Hello, and welcome to ASMR by Sunil. I got some stuff in the mail today that I wanted to make video with. Got some acrylic paint markers. This cute little coloring book. I kind of bent it. It's got a pretty nasty bend in it. It's unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. It's got the cutest little pictures in it. Just fun for a little relaxing color. I don't like this one because they gave him a smile, but his face is down here. I don't know. It's confusing. I'll show you another picture of a skull. Cute little kitty. But look, see how he doesn't have a mouth. He's not supposed to have a mouth. It's a skull. Just like that. But they're very cute. That one's very simple. Is the TV backwards? That's funny. Sentient pumpkin. Sorry, that made me laugh. There's me. Books. I think he's supposed to have an apron on. Sorry if you can hear the planes. They are very low. We had some fighter jets go by earlier today. They were so loud. Boho. That's cute. I don't know, I just thought it was cute. I have tons of coloring books. But I am a little, I don't know if you can see how big in the book. This is probably what I'll be doing tonight. Mystery mosaics. I think this is really cool. I've never had one of these. I mean, I think I've seen them before. But because you're supposed to make your color palette options. I don't know. I'm not this concerned. But here's your colors. So you have 11, which is light blue. And some of them you can kind of see what's going on in the picture. Like this has got a house and then a bunch of stuff under here. But I don't know what it is. So it looks like maybe a cave and a nighttime scene. Beach maybe? Not sure. Kites. But there's some in here that are I can't tell what the heck's going on. Like this one. I have no idea what's happening in this picture. I can't see anything out of it. I don't know what it is. Mushrooms, obvious. Flowers of some kind. I assume a tree, maybe? It's either a basket or a cupcake. This is just got a little box. I don't know. Some kind of swing set. Lines, maybe grapes. Pyramids, I see triangles in there. Another house, I'm not sure. Something to do with the beach. Okay. I don't know, I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting thing to try. So, this is what I'm going to be doing. Likely tonight. I did want to show you something kind of funny that happened to me today. So, and it has crinkles too. I ordered some granola bars. I thought they looked good, so I bought a 12-pack box. This is what they sent me. I was like, this isn't great. I'm so sorry if you can hear the planes. Like, this is not a box of granola bars. I'll show you what they sent me. This is what they sent me. One granola bar. Needless to say, I was not going to be okay with spending, I think it was $11 for one. So I got my money back. But yeah, it's quite comical. I thought it was really funny. He said, who buys one granola bar? I mean, maybe at a gas station, but come on. But it's oatmeal cranberry. It sounds awesome. But I got a free granola bar. Gosh, there's so many planes landing right now. Oh, the cat just opened my door. There's no space for you today, Bubba. My cat wants up. But yeah, I thought it was really funny. Just one granola bar. Eddie's coming to say hi, but he's not gonna stay. Hello, Eddie. You can't stay, honey. I need the desk today. I need the desk today, honey. I know. I need the space. He's like, no, you need me. You need me. But yeah, I got my money back for the granola bar. So I got a free granola bar. So that's kind of fun. But I kind of would rather just have the box. Because that's what I ordered. I'm going to pet you for just a minute and then you're going to go, sweet boy. I was going to color tonight. Could I color for a minute? Please. There's no space up here for him. He's a big boy. Hope you guys have been well. I've been pretty busy the past week or so. And the planes are insatiable. I hope y'all can't hear them, but they are every couple minutes. You gotta go sit in your bed tonight, honey. Yep, you gotta go sit in your bed. They enjoy your purrs, but not today, okay? Another time. I'm gonna go put him in his bed. Sorry about that. He thinks wherever I am, he needs to be. If you watched any of my other videos, you will know that is absolute. So, the colors down here on the page call for yellow orange. This is kind of a yellow orange. I've never used acrylic paint markers before. It's kind of a yellow orange, yeah. And then just orange. Orange. And then it says a cream color. This looks like a cream color, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's pretty creamy. So yellow, orange, and cream are in one. Pink. Do I have a pink? I do. You have pink. Two types of pink. Got a darker pink and a lighter pink. And red. doesn't say what colors they are. I guess you're just supposed to use visuals. That one's pretty orange. That's red. Okay. And then light blue and aqua green. I don't really have a light blue. Maybe one of these has light blue on it. That's purple. It might be as light as we get. Yeah, this one looks like the lightest blue we're gonna get. Yeah, that's nice. It's pretty blue. And then aqua green, I'm gonna go with that one. It's more teal, but we're gonna go with that one. And then yellow green, olive green, bright green, and dark green. Got a lot of greens going on. Just pull these two out. We got a yellow, another yellow right there. Yellowy color. So this would be probably light green or bright green. This would be olive. That's just straight up yellow, and this is dark green. We'll go with those two. Let's see if they have. That'll be good for the light green. Work in progress here, guys. Red, brown. Maybe I have to pull all these out. Just looking at this one, I see more olive green on that. This paper in here. Instructions. So there's a light blue. I'm not seeing a brown. I'm not really seeing a brown. Skip that one for now. And then a dark brown. I might use this for red brown. And then dark brown on that one. And then white. Okay. We're just gonna start. Sorry for any loud noises that jar you at all. Alright, I guess we'll start from the top. Let's see what numbers we have. Wow, it's a good mix. Like, there's not a lot of big groups of things to color. This back. Let's color in some 22s. Which one is 22? Dark brown. Okay, we're gonna go with the dark brown. Dark brown. It's not really dark, but it is brown, so we'll go with it. I might need to get another light. Got one done. We're doing good. Hold on one second. As you can tell, I'm super organized with things that I do. These videos are almost always spur of the moment. I'm just gonna plug in and do it, so it's not very polished. Okay, did some more moving around. Trying to get my microphone in a better spot. So I've been doing a lot of reading recently, which is not uncommon for me. I just love reading books. It's just everything to me. It's my number one pastime. I'll show you the series that I just finished reading. This over real quick. This is the book that I just finished reading. How does it feel? Oh, that's a complete series. And then, what did you do? Where did you go? And can you take it? I just finished this series. It was pretty good. I think I read this one the fastest, the last one. The second and third were a little hard to get through. They weren't as exciting, but I will say that the whole story as a whole was actually really good, and it had lots of like surprising moments, like things I was not expecting. So that's always good for a book to have. But the story is about a woman who is a scientist, and she has a fascination with moths and winged creatures, butterflies, stuff like that. And she's on the hunt for a certain type of butterfly that is drawn to mushrooms. So once she finds these mushrooms, of course, I read a lot of fantasy, she falls into a fae realm. Fae as in like fairy, pointy ears, strong men, all that fun stuff. But yeah, it was and she ends up falling in the enemy territory, quote unquote enemy's territory, and she finds the king of that realm. It's called the Unseelie, and she like lands right in his lap. It's too funny. It's a funny situation when it happens, but it went from 0 to 100 like super fast. Like they stab her immediately because he thinks that she's there to kill him. He's like, oh, you're obviously an assassin, so you need to die. And they stab her immediately. Luckily, she's helped by another fae kind. She doesn't know it at the time, but she's helped. And they heal her. And dude comes back and sees her alive. He's like, holy crap, she's like magic. You know, such a silly situation. Wow, okay, let me just check this real quick. Some of these numbers are super small, so I just want to be sure I'm coloring them correctly. So, long story short, he takes her back to his castle, and he puts her in the dungeon, and he tries to kill her, but she keeps finding a way to stay alive. And it just convinces him more that she is there to kill him. She is stronger than she's letting on, all this stuff, when she's actually just kind of getting lucky. So he ends up, if you see on the first book, the infatuated fae, that's what this whole book is about. Him being infatuated with her, and he becomes that very much. He ends up giving her trials. You know, that's an old trope for books. He ends up giving her trials to get out of being killed. It says if you complete my trials, I can hear my cat crying. I will let you go home. No problem, no questions asked. And she's like, you're gonna kill me in your trials. He's like, yeah, probably. But she does it. She accepts. And she goes through these trials, and all along the way, he just becomes more and more infatuated with her. Falling in love with her, all this stuff. And, I mean, I don't know if y'all want to read the book, but I won't give away the end, I guess. But something happens in the end of that book where you're like, holy crap, that was unexpected. So, and the rest of the story is the rest of the 3 books is basically her trying to become Fae so that she can get to where they consider heaven. I can't remember what it was called. Eslian Fields or something like that. But that's her goal, is to get to there so she can be with her family. And I'd say it's got a little spice to it. But I wouldn't say it's super spicy. The 3rd one, I think, is the most spicy. But I think the 4th one was actually my favorite because it doesn't even revolve around her. It revolves around her best friend. And how they became best friends is that she, when she was a child, saved this guy's mom because she was in the human world. And when they're in the human world and they use their powers, they get smaller, which is why you see fairies as very tiny creatures. I thought that was kind of cool how they did that. So she was being attacked by a crow, and a little girl saved her, and then they are all friendly and whatnot. So her and this boy, his name's Eli, grow up together. I really like these markers. I've never used an acrylic marker before, but it's pretty good. I can see why people like them so much. So yeah, it took me, sorry, I got the sniffles, longer than I care to admit to read that book. But it was good. I'm very glad I read it. I actually borrowed it from my best friend. The whole series. Well, she had 2 of them, and I bought the other 2, so it's kind of our series. Hopefully she likes it. I'm reading a Kindle book now. It's, upside down. Until the World Falls Down. Oh my gosh, if you like spicy reading, please read this book. I'm not really into spice. I don't care about it. It doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, some of it's kind of like, oh, so romantic and stuff like that, but it's unnecessary for my enjoyment of the book. But this story is about a woman whose her boyfriend dumps her for her sister. And she kind of spirals a little bit. Kind of like, yeah, of course she would. And she ends up going to this bar and meeting a man who takes her back to his place and rocks her world. But unbeknownst to her, she is now in a labyrinth. She has to solve a labyrinth. And it's not like Labyrinth, like the movie The Labyrinth. It has a lot of undertones from that. You can, like, even some of the words they say, it's like, yeah, they pulled that straight from the movie. If you ever watched the movie. But yeah. But it's kind of a book of small stories wrapped into one big story, because she'll go into these other worlds and help these other people who are also doing the labyrinth. And so I get their little story, and then when she finishes in their little world, she helps them. She goes back to this man in his castle. So you get a bunch of little stories in a bigger story. I don't know, it's really cool. It's an interesting little read. But yeah, if you like spicy stuff, I recommend that book 100%. There are full chapters dedicated to it. These squares are so little. So yeah, lots of reading. It's my number one pastime. It keeps me busy. Keeps my mind busy. Last Wednesday, I had a little mishap with my daughter. I accidentally burned her. Oh gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was straightening her hair, and I ended up, I told her, I was like, man, your hair feels really weird in this spot. She goes, where? And I patted her head, and I said, right here. And she put her hand back there to feel it. And I was like, does it feel weird to you? And she put her hand down. And I said, does it feel weird to you, or is it just me? And as soon as I went up to flat iron again, she reached back again, and I clamped her little fingers. When I say I won the worst mom award that day, I sure did. She's okay. Her fingers are all but healed now. But man, I'll never forget the look on her face when I burned her little fingers. So I let her stay home from school that day. Of course, she was in a lot of pain. Burns are so annoying. They are the worst. She's never been burned before, so for her first burn, it was pretty rough. And I had my hot iron on the highest setting because she doesn't like to wait. She likes it to go fast. So I go fast by making it hot. Her hair is very crazy in the morning, especially if she showers late and she sleeps on wet hair. I feel like I'm in school again. You'll remember those tests where you had to fill in the bubble? That's what that reminds me of. Filling in a little bubble for the right answer. No one ever tells you when you have a kid, it's basically like you're gonna have to do school all over again. If you didn't know. You gotta help them with homework. You gotta go to the school a lot. Especially if you drive them. And I drive my daughter every day. So it's like, but yeah, I basically go to school every day. I help her with her homework. I don't help her as much as I used to. But she needs help with math sometimes. They're doing geometry stuff. Parallelograms and rhombuses and all that silly stuff. Stuff that you'll never use again in your life. Unless you go for something math related. I have never asked her what she wants to be when she grows up. Because I don't want her thinking about growing up. wanted to stay a child. She's only 8. Like, she's in 3rd grade. Not only is she only gonna say, I want to be a firefighter or a vet, something like that, because that's what all little kids say, but she will not become that, most likely. And that's okay. She has her whole life to figure it out. See how dry this is? Oh, it dries so weird. It dries like paint. I'll make sure it's not bleeding through. They say they don't, so that's amazing. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Sorry if you can see my head or anything. But yeah, I'd like my daughter to try and stay as young as she can for as long as she can. It's getting pretty just like that. Okay, so all of these, I believe, are 22. Like I said, these things are super small. We got half ones. So all those are 22. All those are 22. All of those are 22. Any more 22s I've missed up here? Any 22s I've missed up here? I don't think so. Okay, let's go for it. These are definitely worth the money if you've never used an acrylic pen marker before. Definitely worth the money. They're nice. Well enough. Well enough. This video is probably going to be pretty long. Y'all could let me know in the comments if you'd prefer to have long videos, or if you want me to keep it short. I can cut them in half. You know, I'm not in this for money or anything like that. I just want to do it for me, for fun. But I want to have you guys enjoy it too. So if you'd rather do a shorter video or keep it long, it's up to you guys. shorter videos if I'm watching it, but if I'm not watching it, it really doesn't matter. Because I'm likely falling asleep. So, I guess if it's something you want to watch, you'd want a shorter one. I don't know. It's just my preference. I'm still blown away by that company sending me one granola bar. Just cracks me up, man. Like, who buys one granola bar? Nobody does that. Alright, let me take another look at these. There are quite a bit of 22s inside of this thing. I just want to make sure I get all the proper ones colored. I can see where it's white, that it's probably clouds. Sorry, my nose is so sniffly. The weather keeps changing around here. I am in Nashville, and the weather keeps changing around here. One day it's nice and cool, and the next day it's crazy hot. It's supposed to be crazy hot all next week. Like back up to 95s. I'm so ready for sweater weather. A door. I hear my kitty cat. You can't sit by me right now, Eddie. You gotta stay over there. Hold, please. He is not happy right now. Eddie, I said no. Sit there. He's just being a booger. He's like, why can't I sit with you? I always sit with you all the time. Everything you do. He loves reading time the best. Because I sit still and he gets to sit on me. Just sit down there, baby. You'll be fine. You're not gonna die without sitting on my lap, okay? It's not gonna happen. I don't know if I've ever told a story about how I got Eddie. Him and his brother. I think there was 3 of them when they were really tiny. But him and his brothers would run around the streets. And then one day, when him and one of his brothers ended up on my back porch, and me being a cat lover, started feeding them. The other one, we call him Squeaky, because his meow is the highest pitched meow I've ever heard in my life. I don't see him anymore. I assume he's an inside cat now. But they would come around to get fed, and I was like, I really want to keep one, but I don't know if they belong to somebody. And I even felt bad feeding them, because I didn't know if they were going somewhere to get fed, even though they both looked, especially Squeaky, looked very skinny. So I kept feeding them, and finally I went and asked around of the neighbors said, is this your cat? Like, are these your cats? And the people, okay, so like my house, and then 1, 2, 3 houses up, these people had just moved, and these people told me that, he's like, I'm pretty sure they're their cats, and they left them, and that broke my heart. I already had a cat, and I was like, I really don't want to take in two more cats, that's a lot. But the lady across from this house, because I live in a circle, across from this house, was like, I've been feeding them too. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, I can't really tell them apart because they're both orange cats. She's like, I can't really tell them apart, but only one really sticks around. And I said, same for me, one sticks around me too. So we ended up taking in the ones that stuck around our house. And so Eddie lives at my house here, and Squeaky lives a couple houses down. We ended up taking them in, but I felt so bad that he got left behind. And people just moved away without him. Hurt my soul. I had to have him. He is literally one of the best cats I've ever had, though. He is so sweet. He is so cuddly. He just wants to be loved so much. He's a good boy. Sorry if you can see my head in this at all, but I'm kind of staring at these tiny numbers. 7s, 11s. It's crazy how I can miss that, and it's right there. It's right there. Excuse me. I'm guessing those are tree branches of some kind. I think I got them all. There's a bunch down here too. Just want to double check. Oh gosh. I might have to break this up into 2 videos. This might take a long time. What are we at already? We're already at 40 minutes. That's a long video, guys. What do I do? I've only done brown. My lines are not very straight. But that's okay. there's any more 20s. Or 22s, excuse me. I think that might be it. Well, there we go. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I think I'm gonna leave it there. And I will upload another video finishing the rest. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope you have a really good night or good day, whichever time you're watching. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.